Hey, how you guys doing? So, honey, let's talk about it. It is a 13 seed that was caught on video, and he was caught by his mom with the 21-year-old predator. Okay, and the mom recorded them, and she waited to the police to come to arrest the predator, right? So it's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of stuff online. Now this 21-year-old, she's out. Now I want to let you guys know a 21-year-old woman preying on a 13 seed is disgusting. People are saying, well, this 13 seed, he does drugs, he does illegal activity, and they're excusing it like he's grown. No, he is a seed, and clearly he has been abused. He's not living in a seed mentality, and he needs to go get some therapy. And letting you guys know, when these predator women do these to this boys that are seeds, they create molesters and pedos. All right. Now look at R. Kelly. The reason why he's a pedo, because it happened to him. A grown woman did the same thing to him when he was a seed, and it turned him into a pedo. Okay. Now look at Javis Butts. He was young, 13 as well, when an older predator woman did that to him, and it turned around that he is a pedo. So this 13-year-old boy, he will be a pedo. It is common. The stats are there. That is how the grooming process starts. It's sickening. It's sick, and it needs to stop. And I just don't know what else to say. These parents are really failing these kids, and nobody really cares about the boys. And these boys grow up to be pedos and molesters. And it's a sick cycle. All right, so and it's like you guys don't teach them about fornication and not to fornicate anymore. I thought you was Christians. Look like most people are just not Christians, honey. All right, yeah. They're not. All right. So I came across this content creator, and I want to listen to her take from it. Now, I'll be honest. I listened to her a lot, but I didn't like her take on this per se. So I still want to cover it, and I want to know your thoughts about this, you guys. So let's get the likes up. I know you guys can do better than that. Let's get these likes up. We had the juicy leaks, honey. Let's get these likes up. All right, so here it is. This is so much better. Let's play it.
I got a lot to say about it. Man, 13 years old and stuck a 21-year-old woman in his mama house. Now, my thing to you, man, if you gonna fuck with an old hoe, make sure you get something from her. Okay? Other than something.
This is sick. You're talking to a child. My thing to you as a child, if you're gonna get essayed, if you're going to allow a predator to essay you, make sure you get some money from it. So now you're turning him into a prostitute. Next thing you know, he's going to be gay for pay. That's how that works. Next thing you know, when he gets older, he clearly he felt like this is normalized when he was a child. It happened to him as a child. So in return, he's going to do this to young girl seeds. And everybody's going to want to know, well, how did we get here? Because of society and people giving it a pass. Like, hello. It's only one response: gross, disgusting. Take that boy to get some therapy. And it's sad because they're not going to get him help.
Fucking cat and A's. You could get that from somebody your fucking age range, okay? When I tell y'all, when y'all see this.
Okay, why are you guys pushing your kids to fornicate? I thought you guys didn't want to push sexuality on kids, but yet you're saying it's okay for these kids to fornicate. What happened to the Christian talk? What happened to all that Jesus talk? See, hypocrites, you can't take them serious. And then when when you're having that activity, that is serious. That's nothing just to have fun with. That's not a toy. People catch long diseases pregnancy. I mean, it's not a toy. You have to be responsible. You have to be mature. And just how you guys are just giving it a pass and just, it's mind blowing.
This picture of Man have an ankle monitor on, right? Which is an ankle bracelet. And he also have a GUIN in his fucking hand. So y'all,
honestly, I don't think kids should be online. I think they should come up with a law. If you are under the age of 18, you should not be on social media. Social media is not a place for seeds, honestly. Let's go.
y'all can't tell me that this little boy is living a motherfucking life of a normal 13-year-old. He think he out here motherfucking slinging and banging.
And that's a problem. That is a problem. And it comes from the parenting. That is a huge problem. He need to get some therapy. He's going to end up fucked up when he grown. He's going to end up in jail. Okay? That's where he's headed, in jail or in the grave. When they talk about these black men, will be surprised if they make it to see 21 and 25. This is what's happening. When you grow up so fast, and he don't even have a childhood because he's grown, allegedly, not grown. And since you guys are putting all this responsibility for him just to be wilding out, so when the police lock his ass up and try him as an adult, when they change those rules, keep that same energy. Keep the same energy. Don't do, he's a child now. No. Let's charge his ass as an adult. Let's go.
And he think he motherfucking grown. Now what gets me the most is with this fucking 21-year-old woman. I want to know, what do fucking Man give to you? Some fucking attention? Maybe a little fucking wetness?
Something happened to her as well. She is a victim of SA. I'm sure of it. These molesters and predators, it is a cycle. They've been touched as well. I'm sure somebody probably touched her when she was a seed. You know, that's what this is. This is a mental issue.
Down there because he at 13 years old, he's slinging like that, licking you like that, so when you didn't fucking got that bowl to go in his fucking mama house, and the mama looked like motherfucking gangster boo. I'm surprised all she did was call the fucking police on you. My thing about it is that y'all gotta understand, we living in a day and age, and it always been like that, is that you have certain young people that like to date older people for some reason. Why?
Are you serious? Certain young people? Do you mean kids? You got certain kids that like to date predators, because that's just what it is. And this is the black community. I'm not a part of this community. I don't think like this. This is not my morals. This is not my standards. You know, hell no. But this is what you guys are pushing here. It's okay. Yeah. They're saying that a lot of BLK men love it. They say a lot of BLK men have been SA'd when they were young, and they say, well, I enjoyed it and other black men enjoyed it, and we're not victims. They are victims, and guess what? They are the R. Kellys. They are the Javis Butts. They are the predators, because they don't see anything wrong with it. They're telling you in your face, well, I would never do that to a girl. Lies. They look at girls just like that too, and they're ruled over lust, the spirit of lust, of darkness. You know, I know people can say, well, how can you talk and you're dressed like this? Baby, I'm 57 years old. I'm not a child, okay? When I was a child, I was not allowed to dress like this. You know why? Because my parents raised me right. They had discipline. I had to have respect for authority, and I respected my parents. So, you know, it's a difference. All right, let's continue on.
They think it's money. They think it's experience. So this really fucks up sometimes, because the older people get in trouble for dealing with these younger people, but the younger generation be knowing what the fuck they got themselves into. And unfortunately, it's still a motherfucking law. You can't date nobody that's 17 or younger. You just can't. But girl, goodbye. That's my take on it.
Besides it's been law, it's just disgusting. You know? It's just disgusting. Comment, let us know your thoughts about this.